Hi Cancer, welcome to your reading for February 2023. I've laid out your cards already and I've meditated on them for a while. This is just the way that I prefer to do it so that I can pull through as many messages as I possibly can for you. I am going to be using a separate deck to clarify the reading and to draw some more messages for you there. I'll be using a deck of my own creation, and I'll also be using a couple of oracles as well to give you some advice for how to move forward in the future. So, just going to jump straight into it. I think that you are putting on your big boy pants and you are about to move forward with some type of idea, some type of vision, some type of project that you have in mind, right? So in the middle of your spread, you've got the Ace of Pentacles. Well, the Ace of Pentacles is a golden opportunity. This is about something solid, something stable. This is about something that's really, really attractive. Okay, so this could be a person. This could be in regards to money. You may be wanting to venture out into a new line of work, learning a new skill, something like that. But this is taking place in the physical 3D reality, the 3D world, in your environment. I do feel like you've been thinking about something for quite some time now, because that is being covered by the Three of Wands. Now, the Three of Wands, the threes are all creative. They are all about birthing, growth, and nurturing as well, which is why I'm saying that this is something you've been thinking about for a while. Wands really represent our passions, the things that we are interested in, the things that we want to pursue, the things that we want to chase. Now here, I can see a guy stood between two wands and he's got one behind his back. I don't know if you can see that with the lighting, but it's almost like you're wanting to leave the past in the past. It's kind of done now. It's almost like you're wanting to take progressive steps forward. And you're kind of really visualizing and seeing this future. It's almost like saying, like, where do I want to take myself? Where do I see myself? I feel like you may have stumbled across something, let's just say, or it's almost like you've got your eye on something that's really attractive, really desirable. This is something that could lead to a lot of abundance, is what I'm trying to say. You're really seeing the potential in a situation, but at the moment you're not making any moves. I feel like you are not, you may be feeling a little bit stuck, but it's almost like you've got responsibilities. So it's almost like, how am I going to pursue this if I've already got responsibilities here that I need to take care of? I do think that this is a relationship. I'm going to be completely honest with you, because we've got this guy, he's looking out on the horizon and he's envisioning this really attractive thing. This thing seems to be a figment of his imagination, not a figment of his imagination, but it's almost like a vision. It's like a vision. He's visualizing it and he's really attracted to it. He's really drawn to it. And it's almost like he's saying, how can I make a plan to get there? How can I put my best foot forward? How can I solidify this situation? I do feel like you might be in separation with somebody at the moment, because there is distance being highlighted here. I feel like maybe you do want to reach out and communicate with somebody, but at the moment you're kind of holding back on that communication, and it is in relation to a lover. So we've got the lovers here. Now the lovers obviously indicate a partnership, a relationship, two people on the same page. This is soulmate energy. If you believe in that kind of stuff, this is soulmate energy. This is very much my soul sees you, you see me. It's very familiar. You could have known this person in a past life. It's very, very, that could be the case, basically. That's what am I trying to say? It's very possible that this person you have met before. So when you met this person, it's almost like your hearts recognized each other. You've spent past lives together. And what happens is, this is my understanding of it, when you don't complete a cycle, or when you don't learn the lessons that you need to learn in this lifetime that you're here, when you are reincarnated, because that does happen, when you are reincarnated, you come back with those same problems, with those same issues until that karma is cleared. Karma is not easy to clear. It can take generations. It can take a lot, a long time to kind of clear out karmic patterns that are attached to your family, lineage, ancestry, that kind of thing. I feel like there was very much a childlike innocence to this relationship. I feel like the two, you and the other person, were very vulnerable with each other. You opened up to each other. You allowed this person to see parts of yourself that you've never allowed other people to see. In turn, this person did the same. So there's a lot of mirroring going on. I feel like there was a lot of mirroring going on between the two of you, and it was just that's good. One thing I will say about soulmate energy, one thing I will say about kind of mirroring the person that's in front of you, relationships are really meant to teach us something. They're really meant to develop us, develop our skills, develop our language, develop our behaviors and habits and things like that. When we are very similar to somebody, the relationship can sometimes become a bit stifling, because it's almost like, well, what are we learning from one another here? That can tend to happen sometimes. However, that being said, there may be an energy of this situation's done with and over. And the reason why I'm saying that is because grounding and crowning at the top of this reading, you have got 2 cards of endings. So you've got Judgment, which talks about a finality, something closing out. Again, this karmic situation. You may have cleared some karma, and now you're reaping what was sown. And also we've got the Death card. And again, the Death talks about a little death. It talks about a death of the ego, death of a person that you once was, death of the version of yourself that you once knew yourself to be. It's almost like you've shut in the door on that now, and you basically, whoever this person was that you've met, whoever this person was that you had interaction with, it's almost like they've changed you. There's been a transformation, like a metamorphosis. Death rules Scorpio. Scorpio is Pluto energy, and Pluto is destructive, but it's also regenerative and it's transformational. People tend to be a little bit scared of the Death card in the tarot, but in actual fact, it really doesn't. It talks about a spiritual death. It talks about the death of the ego. It talks about letting that guard down and saying, look, that's not who I am anymore. I've changed. There is a big change taking place in your psyche right now. This could also be in terms of the other person as well. So flip the roles as you need to. It's a general reading, but there definitely has been some type of an ending to how somebody operated, or I just feel like there's been a bit of an ego death. That's all I keep hearing, like ego death, like this person's changed you or you have changed them. I believe that it's you that's changed your perspective of what you actually want from this person, which is why this is showing up as somebody looking out over the horizon into the future. And what do they see? They see this shiny gold pentacle. So it's like, this is it. This is the one. This is everything that I've asked for and more. It's almost like it's too good to be true. It's almost like I feel like you may have been very blasé about this actually in the past as well, and not really recognised it for what it was, not really seen it as this golden opportunity. I'm hearing you lost a diamond whilst you was collecting stones, so maybe you didn't give this person the acknowledgement that they needed in the past. You have got these 2 people and they are embraced. It is, they are kind of connected spiritually, but it's almost like I don't think that was valued in the way that it needed to be. And it's almost like a feeling of missing out, or fear of miss out. You may be wondering what this other person's up to because they're not around you or in your energy. It's almost like there is this distance there. There's this, I'm hearing going the mile. So you may be wanting to go the mile with this person. You may be wanting to offer them something solid with this Ace of Pentacles. It's almost like I'm going to come to you with a solid offer, or I'm going to come to you with an offer you can't refuse, just something along those lines. It's all to do with growth and development. The threes are very creative, like I keep saying. They rule the Empress, and the Empress is the wife. So you may be even wanting to propose to somebody if you're a male. Don't have to be a male, you could be a female, but it's almost like you're wanting to propose something. You're wanting to propose. Now, this doesn't have to even indicate a wedding. It could be a proposal to just start over, because you've got this is like this finality. It's almost like judgment is upon you. It's almost like make your decision. You may be feeling like you're running out of time. You're being asked by spirit to choose, and choose now. You may be feeling the pressure of that, and the pressure of that may be somewhat overwhelming. We have got two cards of Pluto energy. We've got Scorpio and we've got Judgment, which is symbolic of Pluto. Some deep transformation. I feel like this is a reoccurring theme for a lot of people in the month of February, because Pluto seems to keep coming up a lot. But I feel like this is this relationship, whatever this was, this situation, this person, this thing, it don't have to be a person, it could be a friend or whatever, but it's almost like it's really changed you. It's kind of, you've shed a skin. Again, Pluto is all about the phoenix. It's about rising from the ashes. So maybe this person really breathed a sense of new life into you. It's almost like you rose from the ashes. You're getting really real with yourself now, and you're looking and saying, look, what is it that I want from life? Where do I want to take myself? Where I feel like you've just been stood around, maybe not making that many moves lately. It's a lot of like in your head, making plans, trying to bring things into being, trying to plan or structure to some degree. You're at the stage now where you're saying, now where do I take this? It's almost like there has been some type of a decision that's been made, or there's been some type of realization, and it's almost like you're looking out and you're saying, right, what do I do with this knowledge? What do I do with this? It's almost like I'm hearing like an instinctive thing. It's like your instincts are telling you to kind of go after whatever it is that you're chasing. This is something brand new, something that you've probably never experienced before. You may even be traveling to work as well. We're indicated in these cards. You may be having to leave a relationship in the past because you are taking on new employment, where you will be traveling quite a lot. So you wouldn't really be at home. You'd kind of be on the road and at a distance. So it's almost like you may be holding back, but it doesn't mean that you don't want it. I feel like you do want it. It's just like you're trying to weigh up your responsibilities and you're saying to yourself, is this something that I can take on right now? Is this something that I can commit to? Because like I said, the pentacles are very, very solid. They're very committal. They're very, they're hard to move with earth. You take a shovel and you dig it into the ground. It's not easy. So there is this like heaviness about it. It's almost like something weighing heavy on your conscience is what I'm trying to get at. Because this is very much a card of consciousness. This three, it's like a vision, like you're visualizing. So it's almost like that conscious stream of thought, something weighing really heavy on your conscience right now. Again, judgment and death showing up really tells me about it's almost like something has changed inside of you, something spiritual. You may have even visited quite a dark realm for a while. I'm hearing like hermit mode, taking yourself away from society a little bit, gone into yourself. You could have actually experienced the death as well, with these two cards showing up, your judgment and the death card. Are two cards again of finality. So maybe there was an ending, and it's really got you thinking about your life and what you want to come from it. I feel like it's put you in this perspective of, what can I gain? How can I spend my time wisely? What can I invest in into? That's going to bring me a sense of purpose, is what I'm saying. I feel like you're searching for a new purpose. I do feel like in the future you are going to make moves towards maybe this person that you left in the past, because I'm just looking at this Ace of Pentacles and I'm looking at this Lovers, and it's just like, if you can see, because the lighting's pretty poor, but if you can see, it's like these two is absolutely besotted with each other, and this pentacle is like, this is it, like this is the money, this is the bag, this is everything that I've asked for, this is everything. It's almost like it's too good to be true. Are you a figment of my imagination? This big shiny coin is like appearing out of the sky, and it's just like, it's very much what could this be? Like, I feel like someone's very much in the mental right now, and they're really, really trying to figure out the longevity of this situation, because, okay, Ace of Pentacles, it's a pentacle, you know, it's solid and it's stable, but it's an ace and it's number one. It's one pentacle. It's like pocket. So it talks about potential, because you can take one coin and you can turn that one coin into 10. You can turn that one coin into 100. You can turn it into 1,000. It really just depends on the amount of effort that you're willing to put into it, into a situation. And I do feel like you are wanting to invest in this, because we've got the Knight of Pentacles, so I do see you taking positive and progressive steps forward in the future. Knights are all about movement and all about action. However, this is the Earth, so this is very slow, this is methodical, this is thought out, this is mutable Earth, so this is Virgo energy. So again, we've got this theme of like hibernation, really kind of withdrawing from society, getting quiet with yourself, having a word with yourself. You may have even been doing some type of healing, yeah, some grounding. That's what I want to say. You may be getting really real with yourself and grounding yourself, and I feel like this card is symbolic of that also, this grounding energy, you know, like all of these wands that stuck into the ground, and it's almost like your life force, it's almost like you're saying, this is my wand. Now, wands represent interests and things that we wish to pursue. They represent things that make us feel alive and really get our blood pumping. And you're shoving it into the ground and saying, I want this to be real. I want this to be real. So it's almost, I'm hearing like a chanting. So you might even be cheering yourself on. You may be trying to build up a level of gusto to move towards this person, because this is somebody that you met in your past. This is someone that's had really quite a profound effect on you with this Lovers card. Like, this is someone that's touched you in places that you have never been touched. So, you know, that's got to count for something. Knight of Pentacles is about taking that, you know, taking that risk, taking that chance, taking that opportunity, moving forward, but it's methodical and it's slow and it's practical. So it's almost kind of like I feel like you may be trying to figure out, how can I present myself to this person in my best possible way, in the best possible light. I'm hearing groomsmen, so you may be invited to a wedding, or you may be invited to a wedding, or you may be like a groomsman at a wedding. I don't know what that's about, but yeah, and again, we can see with this knight, he's got his eye on the prize with that little, you know, the sun there. It does look like it's in the distance. It does look like it's something that, again, represents potential, but it's potential that is not yet manifest, okay? This is the knight that's going after it. He wants it. He wants the bag. He's going to get the bag, but he's taking slow and methodical steps to get there. There is a sense of anxiety here with the Nine of Swords showing up on the bottom of the deck. This is about sleepless nights. So you may be been struggling to sleep on a night because you're worrying about this situation. That if this is about a lover that you're at a distance from now, that you're not in communication with, there could be this anxiety of just worrying, like, have they forgotten about me? Do they still think about me? Have they moved on, into another situation? Have they moved on with somebody else? So these thoughts could be keeping you up on a night. And I'm hearing like this anxiety, but there's also this really kind of need to either resolve this situation or move on from it. It's almost like I'm hearing like unfinished business. which is causing a sense of tension and causing a sense of anxiety. I don't feel like you like being in this energy. I don't feel like you don't, you want to know what's going on, especially Cancer's being quite sensitive. So you may be experiencing like sensitivity, rejection sensitivity, feeling kind of wounded because you feel like this person doesn't want you. That might be what's hindering you coming forward. You don't want to be rejected. You don't want the embarrassment. You don't want the reality that this situation is just going to be no more. Sometimes we like to live in our fantasies. We like to live in our imaginations, especially Cancerians, because they are very, very creative. So sometimes that reality can be like disrupted. No, not reality, sorry. The fantasy can be squashed. Do you know what I mean? It's like the fantasy can be just completely wiped out because something that takes place in our reality, it kind of deems the whole thing void, if that makes sense. So I'm going to pull some more cards and see if we can get some more messages for this. I do feel like whoever this person is did bring you a sense of peace. I feel like you could be very vulnerable with this person, which could actually scare you as well, because, we've got two cards here that are quite scary, death and judgment. It's almost like there's this sense of fear there as well, but you are kind of in your head thinking, who can I be? Who do I have the potential to be if I was to walk away from my past, leave everything behind that's hurt me, close the door on that situation and start off on a new path with somebody else? It's almost like you're trying to envision the type of person that you could become, the type of person that you could be, the type of purging that you could do, the type of spiritual evolution that you could experience. I do feel like there is an urge within you to move towards this person, but you're being very, very methodical about it at the moment and you're not making any sudden moves. Three of Pentacles talks about collaboration, and Ace of Wands and the Five of Cups. So the Three of Pentacles talks about working together. You may be focusing on work at the moment. You may be focusing on kind of getting your coins up and throwing yourself into that practice, becoming really skilled at whatever it is that you do. The threes can also talk about a third party. So there may be a third party situation going on here. However, it could just be you like stood on this precipice, if you want to call it that, looking out at this person and really wondering, like, have they got somebody else now? Is somebody else in the picture? Like, it's almost like there's this distance there. It's almost like you're guessing a little bit. So there could be some anxiety around the fact that this person could potentially have another person or have something else going on that's really kind of taking up their time, energy and effort. Therefore, they wouldn't be able to invest it into you. Something is developing, something is growing, this could just be your feelings towards this person. This could actually be your level of understanding of what this person meant to you, okay? Something along those lines. It's almost like there is a development. There is definitely a development that's taken place after some type of transformation, some type of ego death. It's almost like something has grown, something's matured. I'm hearing like maturation. So it could even be that this situation matured into something without really meaning for it to. Or this situation could have matured you as a person. The Ace of Wands talks about passion, talks about fire, talks about going out and getting what it is that you want, going after it. Someone has really got you riled up right now, or this could be the other person and how they feel about you. Again, switch the roles if you need to. But there's a lot of passion here. There is a lot of arousal. There is a lot of, this person, whoever this is, really, really, really turns you on. All the way on. The Ace of Wands is just like fire. Absolute fire. And with Pluto showing up twice, it's like this deep, emotional, fiery water, like lava. It's just really like consuming. I'm getting like a little bit of obsession. Someone could be obsessed or obsessing over this, which is what this Nine of Swords is. This is a card of obsession. It's a card of thinking to the point where you can't even shut yourself off on a nighttime. You can't sleep. You can't concentrate. You're tired all the time. This can be actually quite destructive. You know, the swords are very, very destructive. So it's almost like, I feel like analyzing the things that have taken place, your understanding of a situation. It can be quite painful when you review these things and just like going over it. It's like, oh God, like I can't believe that's happened. And you're worried about it. It's like, this is stress. This is worry. This is, you know, complete mental, just anxiety, like to the max. But there's passion here, and it may be the passion that's causing you to feel this sense of anxiety. Like this shit drives you crazy. Fire is spirit, and spirit animates the self. It animates the body. It really is the driving force behind your behaviors and your habits. And I feel like there is a new habit that's being formed, or a new behavior, or just something new that you want to throw yourself into, if that makes sense. We also have the Five of Cups here. Now the Five of Cups talks about being a bit depressed. Five's always a symbolic of strife, and this talks about really like grief, loss, suffering. It is heartache, but it's kind of like heartache that's advanced to something more than just pain and suffering. Like this card goes so deep, and it's quite a hard energy to shake. So some of you could be grieving right now. Some of you could be grieving this person. Some of you could be going through something really, really, really emotionally difficult, and you want this person because they was able to bring a sense of peace to you and your psyche. They was able to provide a safe space for you to open up. They communicated well with you on a level that you resonated with them. And I feel like you're missing them, like you are really missing them. Like there's something going on at the moment where you're just really kind of not in a great place. That is really what I want to say. And you are missing this person. I feel like you're very much in your emotions, and you may be feeling, again, I'm getting this fear of miss out. So I feel like you are deep in the emotions, feeling like this other person, your significant other, is enjoying themselves, or even just interacting with other people, when it's actually you that feels that you deserve that, to backwards and forwards. It's I feel like you might feel like this person is investing themselves into other people, and that makes you sad. I don't feel like you've fully opened up to this person to tell them how you feel, because you just don't have the words, or you don't know how to say it, or it's just, I'm just getting this element of lost for words, and it's almost like there's so much that you could actually say. It's crippling you, and it's like, I can't, because in order for me to tell you how I feel, in order for me to speak my truth, I really need to tell you about this, and this, and that is just too difficult for me right now. I can't do it. It's too hard. It's quite, it's a really heavy energy, actually, what I'm picking up in this reading. It's really quite difficult to navigate. But there is hope for a better future. There is hope for brighter days. I do feel like you may be feeling like somebody is your golden coin, your golden opportunity. Maybe that they can help you in some way. They may be able to provide some type of a service. They may be able to just assist you in some way, shape or form, because I do feel like whatever's been going on for you in the past, you're ready to move past that. You're ready to move over it. You're ready to get over it. So I'll pull some messages from here. We'll see what this is a self-made deck. I'm not taking them because there's just far too many. Let's see what messages Spirit's got for you. Your intuition is calling, pick up the phone. So you need to follow your intuition right now. I do feel like you are holding back somewhat, which is why this Knight of Pentacles has come up. Because the Knight of Pentacles isn't the Knight of Swords. He's quick out the gate. This is someone who dilly-dallies, messes around, procrastinates maybe somewhat. I mean, they are diligent. They do get the job done, but maybe not as quickly as they probably could do if they applied themselves just a little bit more. So Spirit's asking you to listen to your intuition, listen to your guides. You are being guided right now. You are being presented with information, signs, symbology, things like that. You know, pay attention to what it is that you're thinking. Pay attention to what it is that you are you know, when you recognize something, like what is it that's sparking these thoughts? You know, is it the fact that a red car's gone by? Like what does that red car mean? Like, why does that red car remind me of that person? It's almost like this asking questions. You're being asked to follow your intuition right now. And I think that because since you've had this ego death, the reason why you're needing to follow your intuition is because you will need to be doing things in a different way to what you have done previously. Stay hydrated. So stay hydrated, look after your health, make sure that you are sleeping enough with this card of anxiety. I'm also hearing taking meds as well. So if there is some of you that's on medication, I feel like you need to take your meds and stay hydrated, look after your health, just look after your general well-being, really. I think if this situation is causing you a lot of anxiety, now is the time to really heal yourself. You've gone through a big purge, or a big shift in perspective, a big a spiritual death, so to speak, and it's almost like you've been reborn in a sense. So you need to nurture that and look after it so that you don't fall back into bad habits. And deflated. So you could be feeling quite deflated right now. You could be feeling like, you know, life's against you, the odds are against you. You don't know which way to go. There's a lot of thinking, a lot of stuff going on in the headspace. I feel like you're being asked to follow your intuition, which is this Ace of Wands. Go ahead, you know, pursue your passions, whatever it is that's sparking that thing inside you. And I genuinely believe that it's this relationship of the past, whoever this person is that you were dealing with in the past, this is your saving grace. Now, I don't want to put that level of responsibility on another person because it's not fair to do that. But I do feel like this person was your sense of peace. You recognize that, you see them as that. This Ace of Pentacles talks about something really beautiful. You know, this could even be like a small token. You could have received gifts off this person. I feel like this person has bought you gifts, as opposed to you buying them gifts. They may have gifted you something small, just like a small piece of jewelry. You know, I don't know, what do people buy people nowadays? You know, a book, or, you know, let's say for example you've been telling people, oh my gosh, I'm always forgetting stuff, I'm always you know, I could do with a diary, and then that person, whilst they're out shopping, sees a diary and they think of you and they pick it up for you. So it's small token items, small token gestures that this person has shown you, which has really kind of kick-started this, oh, maybe there's more to this than what meets the eye. Maybe this is my person. Maybe this is you know, this person brings me a sense of peace. This person gifts me. This person thinks about me when I'm not around. It's almost like these little small token items are proof that this person does think about you, or at least they did, because it's showing up in the past. I do think you want a little bit more of that. I feel like you want to see where this situation can go, how far it can take you. I'm getting, you might want to travel with this person. You may be thinking about buying this person a ticket to go somewhere. It could just be to an event. It doesn't have to be travel abroad. But I feel like there is a, you know, you're holding back at the moment. Let's just put it that way. You're still trying to figure things out. Try not to sit in this energy of anxiety for too long. You know, I feel like you might miss your boat. This is someone that's waiting for their ships to come in. Okay, so that they can assess and see. You might be waiting for more information about this person. You might be waiting to figure out if they are actually dealing with somebody else, or, you know, like what's going on with them. Really, I feel like you're just trying to figure out what's going on with this person before you make any rash decisions. So I'm going to pull an oracle card just to end the reading on. Quite a heavy reading, Cancer, to be honest. If it resonates, please like, share and subscribe. If it doesn't, then please read your other placement. Please watch your videos for your other placements, because there could be messages in there. Cross watchers, like I said, if you need to switch the roles, switch them around. This is a general reading and it will not apply with everybody. So if it's not your story, don't make it fit. Here, the oracle says, when I lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. So I feel like there's a real need to put your faith in the universe. I feel like you've tried to control and dictate a lot of your situations in the past. There is this like feeling of letting go again with this ego death that you've experienced with this judgment card. It's almost like you need to put your faith in the universe that things will work out for the best. This is where you're going to gain a sense of peace as well. Like I was saying before, with this Lovers card, this is someone that provided you a sense of peace, some respite. You know, you spent time together where you could shut the real world out, and you know, you just I won't say you reveled in it, but it was just you really appreciated the fact that this person has the ability to be able to do that. Maybe not a lot of people do. So yeah, when I lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. So I think you need to put your trust into the divine a little bit here. If a situation is meant for you, it will happen. If not, you will learn from it. Everything in life is a blessing or a lesson. And sometimes it's important to just bear that in mind. It does help a little bit when we're trying to process these situations and events. But that's your reading, Cancer. Like I said, if you enjoyed it, please like, share and subscribe. I will be putting these readings up every month now. And I might throw a few curveballs in between as well. So just keep an eye out. If you want to get in touch with me, all the details can be found in the description box below. Until next time, Cancer. Bye-bye.